ဟေးဘယ်သူကြံသေးလဲဆိုတော့ငါကြံသေးတယ်ဟေးဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုပြန်ဖြေရဗျာအဲ့ဥစားအလုပ်ထဲမှာဦးကျော်ဆိုတဲ့လူပြိုကြီးတယောက်ရှိတယ်သူ့ပါဝင်ပေါ့နော်ကျန်တဲ့ဝန်ထမ်းတွေကိုဝန်ထမ်းအိမ်ယာပေးထားပေမဲ့ तू ကတော့အလုပ်မှာပဲနေအလုပ်မှာပဲစားအလုပ်မှာပဲတောက်တယ်ပြီးတော့ဦးကျော်ရဲ့နောက်ထပ် तू trademark လို့ပဲပြောရမှာသူ့ရဲ့ style ပေါ့နော်သူ့ရဲ့ style ကဘာလဲဆိုတော့ကော်လန်လက်ကတော့လက်ရှိ state အိမ်နေဖြူသူအမြဲတမ်းဝတ်တယ်သူ့ရဲ့တို့တွေ့လိုက်တော့အဲ့ပုံလေးပဲသူ့ရဲ့ signature လေးပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဥစားအလုပ်ဝင်ကအလုပ်တင်ပေါ်မှာဦးကျော်ကကြီးကြပ်ရေးမှုရအောင်နေဆိုတော့သူကလူယိုသေးခံရတယ်တော့ပါတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါဥစားတို့ယာရုတွေခွဲလိုက်ကြတဲ့အချိန်ကျတော့ဥစားပညာရေးရှင်းနေတော့လုံခြုံရေးဌာနအောင်ရောက်တယ်တနေ့လောက်ကြာတော့ကိုလည်းလုပ်ငန်းမှာ experience ရလာပါတော့ရလာရဲ့ဘာညာလုပ်ငန်းပါးကြီးဝလာတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့နဲ့ညဘက်ဒါတို့ duty ကြတဲ့အချိန်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်နည်းနည်းပါကစ်ပြီးတော့မှကင်းလေအဲ့တနေ့ထဲတော့ဘယ်လိုခေါ်မလဲပုံမှန်ပါပဲဘာမှမထူးကြအောင်ညဘက်ကင်းလေဘာလို့ဘာမှမထူးကြအောင်အရာတော့ပုံမှန်ပဲအဲ့နဲ့တနေ့ပေါ့နော်ညနေကြတော့ဥစားလေညနေ6 နာရီ duty အဝင်ဦးကျော်ကထူးထူးခြားခြားအလုပ်ရုံလုံခြုံရေးကိစ္စလူတွေထားခဲ့ပြီးတော့အလုပ်ရုံနဲ့တူနဲ့ဝင်သွားပါတော့ခါတိုင်းဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဦးကျော်ကသူဘလောက်မူအေးကလေးတို့မင်းတို့အဆင်ပြေလားဘာညာမေးမှသူပြန်လာနေကြပါတော့ဒီနေ့တော့တော်တော်ထူးဆန်းတယ်သူဒီနေ့လုံးမအိတ်မယ်ဆိုတော့ကိုရီးယားလည်းညကြလို့ရှိရင်ဦးကျော်စီကကပ်ပြီးတော့ကေအောင်မယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ပျော်နေတဲ့အချိန်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ချိန်မှာလုံခြုံရေးဌာနစိတ်ကနေပြီးတော့ဖုန်းပွင့်လာတာဘယ်ရပါလားပေါ့ခင်ဗျာဟုတ်ပါတယ်ပေါ့ကိုရီးယားကြီးကြပ်ရေးမှုကဦးကျော်လားခင်ဗျာကိုရီးယားလည်းဟုတ်ပါတယ်ပေါ့ကျွန်တော်လူကြီးပါပေါ့ခေါ်ပေးရမလားခုလေးတင်ဒီဆောင်းထဲကိုပြန်ဝင်လာတာဆိုတော့ဟုတ်ပါကမနောက်ပါနဲ့ဗျာတဲ့ဦးကျော်တဲ့အခုအင်းစိန်ဒီမှာပေါ့နော်အင်းစိန်ဈေးတန်းမှာဦးတော်သူကြောက်ပြလို့ခုဆေးရုံမှာအသက်မရှိတော့ဘူးတဲ့အဲ့ဒါသူ့ရဲ့ကိုဆက်တော့သူ့ရဲ့ဒီဝန်ထမ်းကတ်ပေါ့နော်ဝန်ထမ်းကတ်ကိုတွေ့လို့ဖုန်းဆက်ပြီးလှမ်းပေးတာတဲ့သူ့မိသားစုဆက်သွယ်ပေးလို့ရလို့ရှိရင်ထပ်ပြီးတော့ဆက်သွယ်ပေးပါအင်းစိန်ဆေးရုံလိုက်ခဲ့ပေးပါဆိုပြီးတော့နော်အဲ့နဲ့ဟုတ်ကဲ့ဆိုပြီးတော့ဖုန်းချပြီးတော့လူကကြောင်နေတာခုနဝင်သွားတာဦးကျော်တော့ဦးကျော်ပဲကျော်ထင်တော့မဟုတ်ဘူးနော်ဦးကျော်တော့ဦးကျော်ပဲဒါပေမဲ့ဦးကျော်မဟုတ်တော့ဘူးဆိုတော့တွေးပြီးတော့ချက်သိမ်းနဲ့ပြန်လာအဲ့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့အထက်အရာရှိရစီဟိုကတော့မှဖုန်းဆက်ပြီးလှမ်းအကြောင်းကြားပါနော်ကြမ်းကြောင်းလာပါကြတော့ပြီးကိုကတော့အိတ်လိုက်တာပါနော်အဲ့ညာကင်းတော့မလဲပြီဘာလို့ကွာတွေးလိုက်ရတာဟုတ်ကွာအကောင့်လိုက်ကြီးအတောင့်လိုက်ကြီးကွာထဲကိုတွေးလိုက်ရတာအဲ့နဲ့နောက်ပိုင်းဒီရက်လက်တွေပါပြီးသွားတော့အကုန်လုံးကတော့ AC ပြန်ဖြစ်ပေမဲ့ကိုကတော့စိတ်ထဲမှာအဲ့လိုဦးကျော်များရှိနေအောင်မလားဆိုပြီးတော့ကြောက်နေတာဘာလို့ဦးကျော်ကတော့အလုပ်ကိုတားချင်တာသူ့အိမ်သူ့ဝန်ထမ်းနိုင်ငံပေးထားတဲ့နေရာမှာတော့သူမနေဘဲနဲ့ဒီအလုပ်ရုံတွေမှာပဲလာအိတ်တာသူအလုပ်ကိုတားချင်တာကိုလည်းကြောက်တာပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့နောက်တစ်ရက်ကျတော့ညဘက်ဂျူတီကိုလုတ်ဖို့ကိုင်းမဲ့3ယောက်နဲ့တူစောင့်အောင်အဲ့ညဦးသားကင်းတဲ့မဲ့ချင်းကဂျူတီဝင်ချင်းညနေ6 နာရီခွဲမှာ round လဲရပါဘောနော်အဲ့ဆက်ရတော့ညနေမဆောင်အဆောင်တစ်ဆောင်ခုမှဒါမှ6 နာရီဆိုတော့နေဝင်ကားစားတော့ကိုလည်းတယောက်လည်းသွားရဲတယ်ကွာညနေကင်းအဲ့နဲ့သွားတော့ကွာလဲညနေကင်းတဲ့အချိန်ဆိုတော့အခန်းကဌာနစိတ်တစ်ခုချင်းရဲ့ရှေ့ရနေပြီးတော့မှဟေးထဲမှာဘသူကြံလဲဆိုပြီးလှမ်းမေးရတယ်ဘာလို့ဆိုတော့လူကြံပြီးတော့အပြင်ကနေပြီးတော့တကားပိတ်ပြီးသွားမှာဆိုလို့အဲ့လိုဦးသားတို့လုံချုံကြီးညနေဘက်ပထမဆုံး first round ပေါ့နော် round ရတဲ့လူတွေကတော့အော်ပြီးတော့မေးရတယ်ထဲမှာလူကြံပြီးတော့တကားပဲပိတ်ပြီးမှာဆိုလို့ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါကိုလည်းလိုပဲမေးလာရင်တပတ်မဲ့တစ်ခုချင်းစီပေါ့နော်ဌာနစိတ်တစ်ခုချင်းစီရောမေးလာရင်ねဒီဦးသားတို့စက်ယုံရဲ့စီမံခန့်ခွဲဌာနရှိရောက်တော့အဲ့လိုပဲအော်မေးလိုက်တာပေါ့နော်ဟေးဘသူကြံသေးလဲဆိုတော့အာကြံသေးတယ်ဟေးဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုပြန်ဖြေရဗျာပြက်တသားကိုကြားလိုက် လုံးဝတိတာတာပါလေအဲ့ဒီတန်ဦးကျော်မှာဦးကျော်ဗျာဦးကျော်အတိုင်းအဲ့နဲ့တကားကလည်းမှန်ပရင်းမောက်ကအကြည့်ဆိုတော့အထက်ကိုလမ်းကြည့်ကြမြင်လိုက်တာစတစ်ကော်လာအင်ကြီးပေါ့နော်စတစ်ကော်လာအင်ကြီးလက်ရှိရဲ့လက်အပိုင်းတွေကအဲ့တကားပူတီတွေကိုအဲ့လိုကင်ထားတာလေးကိုအဲ့မှန်နဲ့မှန်အကြည့်ထဲမှာလှမ်းမြင်အထက်ကတော့မီးပိတ်လာလို့မှောင်းနေလို့ထက်မကိုနဲ့တကားနဲ့အရှိပါဒီတကားမှန်ပရင်းမောက်လေးရှိလေ6ပေါက်ရှိရလေတဲ့မှာတကားလက်ကင်ပူအဲ့ရှိန်ကြီးဖြူလက်ရှိလေးကအဲ့လေလိုကင်ထားလေးမျက်လုံးတော့မြင်လိုက်တာဗျာအဲ့နဲ့ကိုလည်းပြေးပြီးတော့လုံညွေးခေတ်ကိုပဲပြန်ပြေးလာခဲ့တယ်တော့အဲ့နဲ့နောက်နေ့ကစားပြီးတော့ဗောနော်အဲ့နေ့ကစားပြီးတော့လူကြီးကိုအကျိုးချောင်းပြောပြပြီးတော့အခုချိန်ထိပဲဦးဇာရဲ့ duty ချင်းကိုနေကင်းဘက်ကိုပြောင်းလိုက်ပါတယ်ဦးဇာရဲ့ Facebook page เนาะ Salmon Sushi ဦးဇာရဲ့ YouTube page Salmon Sushi by ဦးဇာ TikTok page ပေါ့เนาะ Salmon Sushi by ဦးဇာဆိုတဲ့ page လေးကိုလည်းသွားပြီးတော့ follow လုပ်ပေးထားကြပါအောင်လို့
Don't ever forget that walking away from something so toxic and so unhealthy is so brave, even if you stumble on your way out.
Put a finger down if you're an intern and you went to work today into the office, as one does, and at some point during the day you had to go to the restroom. Alright, so you go in the restroom, another girl goes in after you, and then you're both doing your business, as you do. All of a sudden, you hear a male voice go, "Oh my gosh, they sell tampons in here. Ha 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 ha." And you're like, why are there dudes in the bathroom? And then you clock it and you're like, okay, maybe it's just like a janitor. But then you're like, no, they would have said something like, hey, like, we need to clean. Is anyone in here? And like gave you a heads up. And these people did not do that. All of a sudden, there's like dark figures coming over to your stall, and one of them tries to open the door. And they can't because obviously it's locked because I'm sitting in there. So then they start like shaking the door, trying to open it. And I'm just like, it's happening because I don't have pants on. I'm trying to do my business. Like, why are you trying to get in my stall? Then they go over to the girl next to me and they do the same thing. And she's also just silent. You know how there's 3 modes, like freeze, fight, flight. I think we're both freeze in this. Because I was like, I don't know if they're armed. Like, my mind goes to the worst places possible. I'm like, they could have like a weapon. They could be like, why? Like, they could be trying to do like sexual assault. You know, like, why are you trying to break into a stall that a girl is in? There's just so many levels of wrong that you have crossed at this point. Eventually they leave. I wish I got the shoes, but I could not see. And I was also trying to hide from the cracks of the stall because I didn't want them to see me. It was freaky. And then you proceed to go back to your desk and you're looking for the other girl coworker that's like around your age. And she's nowhere to be seen. Oh, it's time for a meeting. We have an office-wide meeting that's an hour and a half starting right now. You don't have time to go find her or the HR lady. So you go to this meeting and you are anxious as you are fidgeting real bad because it started just weird and bizarre and speechless, and then your friends chimed in and your sister and they're like, hey, this is like really not okay, this is like illegal. So then you're like, oh, and it's like catching up to you while you're in this meeting trying to be tame, trying to be calm. Eventually the meeting ends and you're trying to go find the HR lady, but she's nowhere to be seen or she's talking with people. So then you go back to your desk and you slack her. You're like, hey girlie, like, can I meet up with you whenever you're free? Like, no worries, I just have a little incident to report. And she's like, yeah, come into my office. So I go in and I talk to her and she's like, okay, I worked in HR a while and this is one of the scarier things that's happened. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So then we take a field trip up to the 7th floor and we go spill our guts to these HR people and they're like, okay, give me your number, we're gonna try to find him on the cams. I'm like, thank you for your service. You go back to your desk and then you decide to drink an energy drink and you don't really think it through because then you really have to pee. And so you think about going to the bathroom, but you're also like seated really close to the door and you keep hearing popping noises. And of course your silly little brain thinks it's gun shootings. So you start freaking out even more, but you are so great at hiding it, nobody can tell. You proceed to go home and leave and go to the bathroom. And you really want to debrief this to your therapist, But, oh, here's the kicker. She's on maternity leave for the next 12 weeks, so now you just have to suffer.
At night, I got a girl's number.
You asked for her number.
I got her number, yes.
I'm sick right now.
So last night, I was laying in my bed and I thought I heard someone knock on my window. This is not the only weird thing. I was in my basement doing my nails for literally like 4 hours last night, and when I came upstairs, the LED lights in my room were on. Like the strip LED lights the whole way around my room. You're probably like, okay, who doesn't have their LED lights on? I don't use them, and I haven't used them probably a year. And for some reason, when I came upstairs, they were on. Also, no, I unplugged my LED lights because I have an electrical strip, and all the strips are taken with like chargers and like other lights. So, first of all, when I come upstairs and I see my windows open, I heard something like on my window, and my LED lights were all around my room. I was pretty freaked out. So then I go to call my dad. Well, my phone died. And I'm not home alone or anything, but whenever I went to my dad's room, the door was locked. So I'm like, great. Now I'm gonna literally die from this murderer that is trying to get in my window. And I've been targeted by them turning on my LED lights that I haven't used in 2 years. Well, my phone finally charges after being plugged in for 5 minutes. I'm literally on my bed not looking at the window because I'm terrified to turn around. I have my door open. I'm thinking someone's staring at me right now, and I'm so scared. Like that feeling when you can feel someone looking at the back of your head. That's literally what I thought, and it was terrifying. And then, basically, he came in my room. He went outside and did the typical, we have guns type of thing. And then searched the house and stuff, and there was no one. But tell me that's not the weirdest thing ever that I heard knocking, and the lights were on in my room even though they were unplugged before, and I unplugged them again. Weird though. And I asked with my parents if they turned on my lights because who else would have? And then you're like, no, why would we turn on your lights? We don't go in your room. And I initially thought, I'll show you guys. I have the sign right here, and when it lights up, it's like bright pink. So that's what I thought I saw when I was walking from my pitch black house up my stairs, my pitch black like kitchen, living room, dining room, into my room. I was like, why is my room glowing pink? Oh, my 555 signs probably turned on, even though I didn't turn it on either. So that just really freaked me out whenever I got upstairs, and I was freaking out. I literally fell asleep on the phone with my boyfriend last night because I was so scared to sleep, and he was just like talking to me because I could not fall asleep. I fell asleep with my lamp on too because I was not sleeping without my lamp on. I turned my lamp off before I tried going to bed, and I was so scared I couldn't sleep. I'm high-key scared of the dark, and I don't know if anyone else is, but I've always been scared of the dark, and it just freaks me out. The crazy thing is, this isn't the first time I heard that knocking on my window. I heard it about a week ago and had my mom check for me when my dad was on like his little golf trip, and she like didn't say anything, and she was like, I don't know what to tell you, just lock your window and shut your curtains. Keep in mind, my curtains are open, and my window is like, probably to get in my room is like 6 feet from the outside, so it's not difficult. There's been a lot of strange shit that's happened in my house, and my house is known to be like haunted for my sister who moved out, and she's just like, I just think your house is so haunted. Like, she said the stories that happened to her, I think she would see my house, and it honestly makes sense. And I have so many things, you guys, that have happened to me. Like, when I was younger, I literally wrote a poem about how there was a man living in my attic. What? Like, I used to think there was a man, like, what are they called? Like one of those people that, like, live in your house. I forget what they're called. It will come to me. Okay, it's not coming to me. Also, new Fenty blush. Yay. It's like those people that just, like, live in abandoned houses and stuff, except my house isn't abandoned. Or people that hide in your house and live there and steal your shit when you're not home. And for a while, when this was happening to me in elementary school, my parents had a very reliable work schedule. Like, these days they work from this time to this time. It was very the same. It wasn't anything that was changing or surprise. Things we noticed whenever this man was living in our house is our soap would get watered down. Like, I don't know if your grandma does this, but I feel like old people do it. Or if you're just trying to, like, save money in general, people water down their soap. Like, you use all your soap, there's a little bit left, you put water, like this much water, and you shake it up and you keep using it. I don't do that in my household. I'm not judging if your household does that, but that kept happening to us, and we do not do that in our house. nor do we care to do that. And it was just really fucking weird. That was like someone was stealing our stuff, but like stuff you wouldn't steal. Like stealing hair conditioner and stealing body wash from my shower. Like I had this one entire size body wash that was missing, but I had like, I should try to insert a picture if I can find it. I had so many body washes that like probably 11 in my shower that you wouldn't notice necessarily if you don't use that one every day, but I did. That was my favorite one. Another story of when this happened to me, I don't know if this was the man in my attic, but I was sick, and I remember when I was sick when I was younger, I would fall asleep on the living room couch. My parents would just leave me out there, let me watch TV or whatever. And my living room's like big, like my couch is here, and then the whole way to the front of our living room is my TV, and it's probably like, I'm not good at feet, so don't judge me. It's probably 10 meters away from my couch. I might be completely wrong. I'm trying to think of track days. 10 meters away from my TV. Just for like reference. And then my living room goes into my dining room, which is all connected. And then my dining room goes into my kitchen. I feel like it's like a normal ranch house setup. But after that, I am laying down. I suddenly wake up. And I suddenly hear this knock at my door. I had a very active imagination as a child, and I'd always have dreams and crazy imagination of things coming to get me. And I would always frequently tell myself that whenever I would hear stuff, most of the time it actually was my imagination and I was making it up because I was a very anxious kid. But it happened again, and I noticed it actually happened because the cat that was sleeping next to me, my cat, got up, looked over, and started walking towards the sound, which is what my friendly cats do when someone comes to my house. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm frozen, sitting there. I'm probably 9 or 10 years old, sitting up, like, what do I even do? My dad's car alarm goes off. I sprint to my parents' room, go in the room, lock the door behind me. I'm like, someone's here, someone's here. They go up to my dad's car, and it's nothing. Nothing. Honestly, this is really stupid. I'm telling this story and I can't remember, but I think there might have been money stolen, but then at the same time, I don't remember. Maybe I'm making that up in my head. So yeah, not the first time this whole knocking sensation has happened to me, and I'm the only one in my house that's experienced it. So either there is a ghost and I'm being haunted, or someone trying to scare me, or there actually is a legit guy living in my attic, even though I've gone up there multiple times and never seen anything like a fucking helm or a little nest thing. When I say attic, I have 2 attics. One that in my house you push up, you can go up, and then one in my garage that you can pull down. But that one's more difficult. The one I was thinking about is the one in my house. And my sister, being the sister she is, told me like, honey, there's obviously no one in your attic. I mean, I do believe you. She was the only one that ever like believed me when I would tell her like shit like this happened to me. And I would be like, there's like someone here, and I'm scared to sleep because at night I would hear footsteps. I completely forgot about this. I would hear footsteps of this man. Definitely I say man because it was a heavier, like not like a petite woman, or if it was a woman, it was a big woman, like walking around. And she believed me. So to comfort me, we put basically a paper a little smaller than this, and honestly it was like this, up in the hatch of my attic, so that if someone were to push open the door to try to get out, the paper would fall to the ground. Well, we did that like 3 days. It sat up there. I came home from school one day. It was completely gone. It was Dawn on the floor. Screamed. Literally walked out of my house, walked down my street, had my sister pick me up. And my parents never really believed me because I just thought I was like a little crazy kid. I had a wild imagination. But with this knocking shit happening to me again, and something's like watching me. It's weird. Let me know what you guys think it is. If it's paranormal, please don't scare me because I get really scared and I will have nightmares. So just like, please don't scare me. But if you guys want a part 2 crazy shit that's happened to me, let me know. Bye guys, love you.